Discovering God Through Nature and Art with Matushka Elesa. James chapter 1, verse 17 says, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning." We hear this verse during liturgy, and we could think of this verse anytime we see a shadow, and shadows are everywhere. Light can come from the sun or an artificial source like a light bulb. No matter where light shines, its rays move in a straight line. Let's say you were walking and something was in your way. You might walk around it. Well, light rays can't do this. They can't change directions by themselves or curve around an object. If something is in the light's way, the light is blocked and a shadow is formed. Of course, if an object is transparent, like clear glass, no shadow will be cast because nothing is blocking the light. If an object is translucent, like tinted or colored glass, some light can pass through. If the object is solid, that means it's opaque. Light cannot pass through at all, and we will see a shadow. A shadow is the darkness where the light can't reach, and that's why a shadow copies the shape of the object. But does it always copy it exactly? Sometimes a shadow is stretched out funny. If the sun is low in the sky, like in the early evening, our shadows stretch out long because our whole body is blocking the light. If the sun is directly above us, the shadow is short. It's fun to see all the shapes shadows can make, depending on the angle and the height of the sun. A shadow can even combine with other shadows of objects nearby, making a collection of interesting shapes. Next time you're at church, take a look at what shadows are cast on the floor. What shadow shapes are on the walls? What time of day is it? Where is the light coming from? How big is the shadow? Shadows and light are part of the beauty of the church building. Out in nature, you can observe the same things. Also, is the shadow moving because the object blocking the light is moving? That can happen too. Clouds create massive moving shadows and create beautiful shades and colors in large landscapes with dark and light areas. Artists can take a lot of freedom with shadows, such as their color or shape or texture. They can also choose to be quite accurate with shadows, making them the exact shape they would be if the scene was real. Let's learn to draw some accurate shadows of two-dimensional shapes. First, we need a horizon line, the place where the sky meets the ground. Now we'll put a small square somewhere on our land. The sun will be behind it in the sky, and the shadow will be cast toward us. But just copying the shape of the object exactly to make it shadow is not how the sun would really cast the shadow. To find that out, we create a very light vertical line from the sun, the light source, to the horizon line. This will be our home base. Find the straight line between home base and the right lower corner of your square. Draw a light line from home base to the corner and keep going far past your square. Now do the same thing to your left corner. These lines give us the shape of the shadow on the ground. But how long will the shadow stretch? That depends on the height of the sun. So we take the ruler and find a straight line between the center of the sun and the top right-hand corner. Your line will even go through the square, and that's okay. Same thing for the left side. Now, where your upper lines and lower lines meet, put a small dot. Connect the dots, and there's the length of your shadow. Shade it in and erase all lines that are not the square or the square's shadow. Let's try a triangle. The square's corners each had a matching corner on the ground, but this isn't true for the triangle, so take the top corner and draw a line straight to the ground. There's our base. With your ruler, draw a straight line from the horizon to this pretend base point. Now draw a line from the sun through the top corner. Where those two lines meet is the top of your triangle's shadow. Connect the dots and fill it in. Now experiment on new paper. What if the sun were further to the left or right? What if the sun was higher in the sky? What if the shapes were larger or smaller? If you decide to challenge yourself and try a three-dimensional shape, like a cube, just draw from the horizon line to all baselines facing you. And draw a line from the sun through all top corners facing you. Add dots where the top and bottom lines meet and connect the dots. You'll find that three-dimensional shapes take on some very interesting shadow shapes. Thank you for joining me to learn about shadows. I hope you enjoy looking for shadows throughout your day.